Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Living and Loving Life. I'm Susan Kennedy, living and broadcasting to you today from the Gold Coast in Australia. And Dave, who's my producer over there in America, he said to me, "Whereabouts are you now?" And I said, "The Gold Coast, Australia," which is the northern part where it's very, very hot. We've had one of the longest and hottest summers. So if you're struggling with cold where you are, I can only say it's been a bit unbearable here. And I know that we're just about to go into another change of seasons. So talking about a change of seasons, my topic for this week is about, as always, it's about how you can love and live your life in a very beautiful way. So tonight, actually, which will be your morning if you're in the States or if you're in the UK, and if you're in Australia, it will be tonight. Tonight, I'm hosting a free webinar, which is about how to love yourself, how to find lasting relationships using the law of attraction. So if that's something you'd like to get involved with, then just send me a message at Susan Kennedy Medium on my Facebook page, and I'll send you a link. And even if you can't get on the live webinar, I could send you a replay. But let me talk to you now, because it's a free 1-hour training, so it's absolutely fabulous. Now, the reason I'm doing it is because every reading I do, every teaching, every workshop, every healing session, people are always wanting to know how life can be happier. And it's usually the question is, how can I love myself more? So how can you do that? And, they ask me, well, what is love and where is love? So I believe that love is just the natural state of the universe. It's us. We are love. We're already love. And we've got things inside of us, things that we think or things that have happened to us that we hold on to that make us think we're not love. And really often we run around like chickens without our heads. In Australia, we say chooks. So we run around like chooks without heads looking for love outside of ourselves. Now, I know that love is actually within us. So in my webinar tonight, I'll be talking all about that. But, the other thing is a lot of people will say, well, gee, I find relationships really hard. What's the purpose of being in a relationship? Now, if you look at the energy of a heart, it is like that, isn't it? It's about two energies coming together. And when you have a relationship with anybody, whether it's a friend, somebody at work, a colleague, or somebody in your personal life, a lover, a relationship is about two people coming together and creating something more than can be created by yourself. It's about having more fun, more joy, more happiness. So relationships are really important, but the thing to recognize is that usually they bring out all of our fears, all of our all of the things that we're afraid of about ourselves. And so relationships are one of the major causes of happiness and unhappiness. And the trick is really to learn how to be in a relationship. So my webinar tonight is all about that. Love you to join me on it if you can. If you're interested, just send me an email either at psychicmediumsusan@gmail.com or a message to my Facebook page, Susan Kennedy Medium. And as usual, right now, I'm going to take one of my first two callers. So today I've got Laura in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Also have another client that lives in Canada. So Laura, lovely to connect with you through this beautiful medium of A1R Psychic Radio. How can I help you
Hello.
today? Hello.
Hi.
How could I help you? Hi.
I had some questions regarding who I believe is my twin flame, and was hoping to get maybe some confirmation or no answers there.
Okay. Okay. So, Laura, so you're already in a relationship with this person?
No. I mean, we've been in and out of each other's lives for many years, and we're always very close, even when we're not in a relationship. So, in a sense, yes. But are we together as a couple? No.
Okay. All right. So let me just, I'll just tune into you a little bit more, and your voice is the vibration that I'm using. So what I see is that, and again, as always, I've always drawn cards, and I feel like I'm with these ones over here. So I'm going to go with those. So, look, the thing is, when I see this person in your life, there is a large part of you that actually pushes them away at different points. And it's as though there is a part of you that is afraid to be in relationship with this person for fear of it maybe interfering with your independence. Do you know that?
Yeah, I could see that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, because, when we come together in life, so what's his first name, if that's okay, if you don't mind sharing it? You don't have to, because I know
Is Danny.
Yeah. Danny, okay. So, as I look at you, I feel like he's someone that's very interested in you. It feels like he's very interested. And the good thing about him is he allows you to be you. And I just feel that at some level you're maybe not used to that. Because it's as though when I see the energy of the two of you together, I feel that you have been together in other times, and that it's a very powerful energy that comes together with you both. So then I have to say to myself, well, if I see that, what's stopping it in a way? And there is a part of you that I don't know always how to express what I see, but there's a part of you that would feel maybe not quite worthy, or, what if this doesn't work? All those kind of things that go through your mind. Do you understand that?
I'm sure I have definitely come to a different level field of it in the immediate sense, but there has been in the past and in the back and forth many fears that have come into it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So knowing that those fears have been there, for me, that's what stopped it in the past. And when I look at you now, my sense is that you are, you're ready. You're ready for playfulness. You're ready for love. You're ready to get involved. And so this is a whole new adventure for you. But in a way, my sense is that you need to be ready to take a more active role in it. Now, men don't actually like to be pursued too much. They have to make him think it's his idea, because there's a very masculine and feminine energy that plays out in relationships. And I think you just have to be honest and open and very vulnerable, to actually say what you want, because I don't believe you've always expressed yourself fully. To say, these are my fears. This is what I want. This is how I want our life to be. And my feeling is that being with him and being able to express yourself more will bring this relationship together. And it's more that you have to let go of, you have to let go of your fears, basically. It's there. So you're probably listening to this, but if you come back again and watch the replay, I always draw some cards, and the cards show me it's about past conditioning, past situations. And again, for me, I feel it's been very important for you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. Do you understand that?
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. The way my life has gone, I had to and was pushed to every step of the way, which of course in some areas make it difficult in relationships. I have recognized that. Yeah.
So now the future cards show me that it is a new journey. It is stepping off the edge of the cliff. I've got the Fool in the tarot, which is in my beautiful Osho cards, is much more pretty than the tarot. So if you come back and look at the video replay, you'll see it's about stepping off that edge of the cliff, but also letting go of the mind, and saying, okay, I don't have to try and work this out in my mind. I have to be in my heart. When I'm in my heart, I will create that energy of the lovers coming together. So it's very much, I drew the Lovers card for you. So I know that this is a relationship that can work. Personally, I don't really believe in twin flames. What I mean by that is I just think that we have to accept 100% responsibility for our lives. And that if we are open, if we're in our hearts, we can really find love when we are prepared to face everything within ourselves. Compatibility, is there work for you two to do together? I believe there is. I believe you can create something really wonderful and new together. And I think you're ready for it. And I think he's ready for it too. So does that help you?
And that was a question I had That was one of the
Is he
questions that
ready?
I had. It was on his side because he has had as many issues as I have. Of course, some of his own, some similar, but
Yeah. Yeah, so the idea is with this is to really talk. You know, it's about being vulnerable, knowing that you're not there to fix him. You're not there to, you know, in relationships, we often fall into these things where we think that we have to fix. And it's really more about sharing. It's saying, what do you want? What kind of a relationship would you like? And my feeling is with you that he would like a relationship with you, that he's ready for that. And he is a bit fearful. I mean, his biggest fear, if I could see it, his biggest fear is, I feel like in his past, when he's been in any relationships, it's as though it's either been too controlling or it hasn't worked well for him. You know, my sense is that there's been a lot of despair in other relationships with him. So this is about saying, okay, what kind of relationship do you want to have? This is what I would like. And I believe that in a way he needs your encouragement to know that you're open. Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it anyway. It's like I have to pick up his hand and put it on my heart and say, I'm ready to be here, but you also have to be ready to be there in your own strength, which means that you're not looking to him to, you know, support you, fix you, anything like that. You just want to share. And if you're in that energy of sharing your heart, sharing your love, it takes pressure off him, because I feel that in his past, anytime he's been in relationship, my sense is he's felt trapped. Would you understand that with him?
Yes.
Yeah. And this is, you know, I mean, again, I have a very sort of spiritual view of relationships and life. And I believe that spiritually we come in to heal and to find love within ourselves, so that he needs to find freedom within himself. Now, he can do that when you find it within yourself. So as long as you know what you want, and as I was saying earlier, I've just created this great program about relationships. If you want to know any more, you know, come on my Facebook page or send me an email. But we really do have to learn how to be in relationships. I know that you're ready. I believe he is. And spiritually, you're the one that will take the lead. So I feel it will work out very well for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
That's my pleasure. So I wish you very well with it. Do you have a couple of children as well?
I do, yes.
Yeah. And I know that in a way you've been shielding and protecting them, but it's time now for you, isn't it? It's really time for you.
It is.
It is. So, yeah, I wish you well. And the big thing is to keep on filling up your own cup. You know, keep on looking at what makes you happy. And that way you can share your life with this wonderful man.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I'll just draw one more card, an angel card for you. Okay. So again, come back on, look at the video, but it's the blessings card. So it just shows many blessings. And I always draw these cards at the time of the reading. And it just feels very magical, very beautiful. And a lot of orange. So orange is all about the sexuality, creativity, and relationships are there to create. All about creating something wonderful. And you have the power to create a very beautiful relationship and to invite him into your life, yeah. So blessings with that, and I wish you well.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. And now we have Vicky in Newcastle. Now, is this Vicky Elliott by any chance?
It is.
Vicky Elliott. Oh, I must be psychic. So, Vicky Elliott, I do know, but not very well, as in I'm not even sure whether I have read for you or not on here before, but I know that you follow all my stuff on Facebook, and I know that I've met you at our meetup in Newcastle. So isn't this amazing to meet on A1R Psychic Radio? And you're a big fan because you're always sharing things. Yeah. So how can I help you today, Vicky?
I'm just struggling at work and family life at the moment.
Okay. And Vicky, what's your date of birth, if that's okay?
18/11/67.
Okay. Yeah, so 10, 16, 23, 26, 26, 34. Well, you're in a 3-year, Vicky, which is all about creativity and things being different. You know, I can tell, you know, when I look at the work situation, My feeling is, there's a little bit of depression around it. I don't want to be there. And I feel as though the energy at work doesn't feel very good to me.
It hasn't been good for a while.
Yeah, and the thing is that when these things happen, it's more about looking at, well, what's this all about? Why is it happening and what can I do about it? And that's where I want to tune in to see what's really going on there. Because my sense is that there's going to be, it's almost as though I haven't really had my direction anyway. I feel like whatever you're doing, you're not happy with. And this, unless we get unhappy somewhere, we can't then find happiness. So whatever you're doing, it doesn't feel like it's not your chosen career. Would I be right there?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing is it's as though, okay, this is, there's more at play. There's this thing of, I feel like there's either, it just feels like I've got all this energy coming in, like it's either bullying or it's, it's a lot of negativity around the place. And you're very sensitive as well, by the way, and you know that. So, your whole life is about learning how to express and how to get what you want and how to trust yourself. So this is about now saying, well, what does Vicky really want? And when I look at that, okay, so when I said, what does Vicky want? It was almost like I emptied my money box and there was only one gold coin left. So whether I feel like I don't have enough money or that I'm running out of money or something, but the thing that I know is that things are about to make a massive shift and change for you. So it's, the cards I'm seeing are about, do you understand that about the money box, by the way, what that is?
Oh, yeah, because I'm paying our own bills plus our in-laws' bills as well.
Okay. So it's like, what's left for Vicky? So everywhere in your life, you are doing things for everybody else and you're in a job that you don't like. So then what I see is it's about, okay, it's making that, for me this year, it's about you getting stronger and sort of saying, okay, I'm going to go after what I want now. And my feeling is that you will leave that job, that you will walk away from that job. And that when you make that decision that this is not working for you, then it opens up the doorways for something else. I've got the Wheel of Fortune card coming in. I've got the Tower card. So that tells me there's going to be a sudden change in fortune, but it's really about you then connecting to that place within you that says, I can have what I want, but you've really got to know what you want. And I'm not sure at this point you actually really know what you want, because it's almost like, I'm sorry, I'm just talking, but you know how I am. What I see is it's like every time I get to my goals, I don't quite get there. And I don't actually really show people what I really want. It's like I've got these ideas, but I don't show what I want. Now, do you want to do something that is more artistic or creative?
I haven't. I'd like to do something creative, but I also want to try perhaps going down the healing path or something like that. Yeah.
So again, this is something that, we're in this beautiful group in Newcastle. We've got our lovely meetup next week. I feel this is a time, and again, you'll come back and look at the video because I know you. So the ultimate card I get here is about you coming into your power. Right, so it's saying, okay, this is a time for me now to say, what does Vicky really want? And can Vicky have it? Well, of course you can, because we all can when we decide what it is. So this year, very definitely, it's about connecting to your power and saying, yes, I'm going to do things my way. I'm going to connect to my passion. See, when we're in our passion, everything is possible. All right, there is an energy, you know this webinar I'm doing tonight, Law of Attraction about relationships. This is about being in a vibration. All right, it's about saying, at the moment when I look at you and I see the energy around the work, it's like the image in my mind is I don't want to get out of bed. And I'm going, another day, and it's heavy and it's horrible. And so, you're just going to get more of that. So this is actually in saying, okay, can I give myself permission to just let go, to just say, okay, let me meditate, let me think what it is I would like to do. Let me focus on it. And it's through your own experiences, by the way, that you will become that good healer. So I do see you doing something that is involved with body work. If you wanted to work physically on the body, because it's like massage or something, I know that there's many forms of healing, but, I'm seeing you actually doing some form of healing, but it feels very much physical on the body. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, you've got every opportunity to do that, and really, and you're a trainer as well. Okay, so what I'm seeing in my mind is that you must have very good technical skills or organizational skills, because there are a lot of things that you need to do when you're working in this kind of industry, as you know. I shouldn't really call it an industry, but a calling or a service. For us to be successful, for us to be of service, we still need all the technical stuff. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't do this show because my Skype wasn't working. So now we've switched over to Telstra, and then I worked out I could do it on my phone, and I've got all these other programs that I've learned how to use so I can be more useful in my business, so I can reach more people. So it's the same with you. I feel like you've already got those skills, and potentially that'll be something that you get into healing, but you also help other people get those aspects of their work right. So I feel that you could very easily go into your own business very quickly. And I feel this year is the year to do it. It's like, okay, I'm going to make this move. Now, I know that you're going on a retreat soon, aren't you?
Yes.
Is that right? Yep. So, my feeling is that when I come back from that, I've got my energy back and I've got my plans. And the biggest thing for you too, Vicky, is to trust. All right. So you have a number 7 in your numbers, and the 7 is all about trust and openness. It's trusting that you've got something to offer, and you do. It's trusting that it doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't. And it's trusting that you can connect with the divine, which you can. So I see all of that. I see all of those things. And at some point too, you need to disconnect from doing so much for others. And you know what that means. So
yes.
Yeah, because, as we do that, nothing changes. There's never I believe that we're all here to learn how to accept responsibility for what we do. If everybody that can't cope is still, to word this a different way, everybody has choice in life. Okay, every single person has choice. Everybody is where they are because of the choices they've made. Now, that's a big thing. That's a big call for us to accept, because it's easy to sometimes say, oh, that person, poor them. I mean, I just got a really sad email from a girl that I know, and really, really sad thing happened to her, and a sad thing happened to her a couple of years ago. And my immediate thought was, oh, poor. And then I went, no, actually, no, this is just something that in a way she's attracted to her, and this is something she will learn from, she will grow from. And I just have to keep that. You have to keep that energy there, saying, how can I be in my power? And I really see it for you that you're going to just shine this year. So it's funny, I've got that image in my mind. In the Olympics where they do the marathon single skating? I don't know why I got that, but it's like, okay, I've got to be very focused. And I know that when you're in your right mind or in your right energy, you can be very single focused. Yeah?
Yep.
Yep. So this is all about you now, making choice, making decision. But again, come back and look, because in my Inner Child Tarot, I've got the Tower card, sudden change, and it is all around money and finances, and it's the Wheel of Fortune card in the tarot, but in this one, sorry, I've got the light on it there. It's very beautiful, Vicky, very beautiful. You're very strong. You're an amazing woman. Your angel card is support. So again, this is I actually feel the networking group we've got in Newcastle is going to be a huge support for you, just generally, and you must have access to a lot of people that don't normally believe in this sort of stuff too. Yeah?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. And this is where the value will come, because I believe that using the intuitive process, using spiritual healing is what the world needs. And you're grounded, you're down to earth, so you're not flaky, and people that come for healing want someone who's grounded and down to earth. You're all of those things. So you're going to attract the people who need help. And I know that you've got a great future there with it. So any other questions, Vicky, there?
No, No, just will we sell my mother-in-law's house soon?
Absolutely, yeah, I see that happening. Absolutely. If I just go into the energy of that, why it hasn't sold or what's going on around it. Again, there's probably too much energy attached to it. So let go, let go, let go. Is it around Jesmond or somewhere?
Curry.
Okay, sort of that way, isn't it? Yeah. My feeling is it will sell, and it will sell quickly. Have you been doing some work around the gardens as well?
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like all of that's done now, and it's just waiting. So let go of the energy around it. Just see it sold, see it done. And yeah, I feel like it's, if anything, the only other thing I will say, and I've only got 60 seconds, sorry. The only thing I will say is if you're not happy with the real estate person that's involved, you might need to do a change there. Because has it been on about 5 or 6 months?
No, it hasn't been on at all. We're trying to get it on.
Oh, okay.
We're still trying to pack it up. We're still trying to pack it up.
Oh, well, do the work, clear it out, and it'll sell. So, but just be very mindful of who you choose, get the right agent. Lots of love. See you next week, hopefully in Newcastle. And I'm just going to wrap up the show. So thanks, Vicky. I'm really glad you got a reading. Okay. Yeah. So awesome. Yeah. So it's wonderful. I love this medium that we can work through, to be able to work through A1R Psychic Radio, to be able to reach people in my own place here in Australia. I know there are people there in the UK and people in the USA. So we're all the same. We're all living and loving life. We're all looking for the same things. We're all looking for happiness. So I wish you happiness this week. The energy is very strong at the moment. It's stirring up a lot of internal feelings of powerlessness. Your job is to find the love inside you, to find ways to be happy. And if you need any help with that, contact me at Psychic Medium Susan, Facebook, which is Susan Kennedy Medium, or Psychic Medium Susan at Gmail.